Okay, so you're here to basically learn a lot really quickly, and today we're going to do a deep dive into this content creator, this person who documented like their 90-day journey of creating content on YouTube.
Nice.
And we're specifically looking at all the stuff they had to say about like overcoming your inner critic and being afraid to put yourself out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So our mission with this deep dive is to like extract some practical wisdom on why consistent effort really trumps chasing perfection.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, when you're trying to be perfect all the time,
Right.
you're never going to get anything done.
Exactly. You got so much on your plate, and like just understanding how to actually get things done without being like, oh my gosh, is this good enough?
Right.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting is this creator really offers like a relatable perspective on like that inner battle we all have, like that little voice in our heads that says we're not good enough.
Okay, so let's unpack this common feeling. Early on, this creator is like really wrestling with their own judgment.
Yeah.
Like they're watching their videos and the thoughts that are flooding in are like, this is not good enough.
Yeah.
I could have said this better. Why did I say that this is so bad?
I've been there.
Right.
So many times. Yeah, and I think it's such a universal experience, right?
Right.
Like almost everybody who's creating anything has that feeling that what they're making isn't quite hitting the mark. And it can be so powerful, that feeling, that it just stops people from creating anything at all.
Right.
So I think what's so interesting about this creator's journey is seeing how they actually navigated that.
Yeah. So here's a huge shift in their thinking that happened.
Okay.
They realized that like striving for this like perfect piece of content is actually preventing them from creating anything.
Totally.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's better to just put things out there.
Just get it out there.
Yeah. And just do it.
Absolutely.
And so this really highlights like how perfection can be super deceptive. It seems like a worthy goal. Like, yeah, of course I want to be perfect, but as this creator points out, what even is perfect?
Right. What is perfect?
Like there's always going to be room for like little tweaks, updates, or changes.
Yeah, you could literally work on something forever. And never think it's perfect and never put it out there.
Exactly.
Which means you're never going to reap the benefits of actually having it out in the world.
Right. And so that's this whole like waiting for this perfect moment means you're always in this holding pattern.
You're just stuck.
Yeah. This creator flat out says there's no such thing as perfect.
Right.
But I mean, isn't there like some level of quality we should still aim for?
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question.
Even if it's not perfect.
Absolutely. Because you don't want to just be putting out like garbage, right?
Right.
But I think what this creator's journey suggests is that the act of like consistently creating is what actually leads to better quality over time. Like you get better by doing it. You get feedback from people, you learn from your mistakes.
So it's almost like you don't know what perfect is until you've made those mistakes.
Yeah, and I think if you're holding back, waiting for this like theoretical perfection, you're skipping over all of those crucial steps.
You're not learning anything.
Exactly.
Right.
You're just stuck.
Okay, so this creator, they really emphasize like the words doing, progressing, and creating momentum.
Yeah.
It's all about the act itself being valuable.
Right.
What kind of satisfaction do you think comes from that consistent action, even if it's not perfect?
Yeah. Well, the creator talked about how the greatest satisfactions that came from this project were just the act of moving forward and creating something. Like it's such a good feeling to overcome that inertia of like not doing anything.
Right.
And to actually build a body of work. And then like the learning that happens along the way.
Yeah.
Like it really shifts your focus from just like a static endpoint to the dynamic process of creating.
I like that dynamic process of creating. Okay, so it sounds like the big takeaway here from this creator's experience is to just prioritize getting your stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like consistently rather than trying to make it perfect.
100%.
Okay.
Like the value isn't in some like perfect outcome, but in like the continuous effort and the momentum that you build from that action.
Okay.
It's like embracing this idea that you're going to be iterating on things.
Right.
And that progress comes from showing up and creating, even if it's not perfect.
Imperfect action.
Imperfect action all the way.
So to summarize this deep dive into this creator's journey, consistent action and simply creating will always lead to better results and a greater sense of fulfillment.
Absolutely.
Than waiting for that perfect moment.
Yes, could not agree more.
Okay, so I think this brings us to a final thought for our listener.
Okay, hit it with it.
Think about something you've been putting off.
Ooh, yeah.
Whether you're waiting for the right time or waiting for it to be just right.
It'll never be the right time.
It'll never be the right time.
Just do it.
What's one small, imperfect action that you could take today?
Yes.
Focusing on just moving rather than making it flawless.
I love it.
Okay, that's all for this deep dive. See you next time.